I'm going to show you my Postman setup. This was actually created as a fork of the Postman repository linked in our Etch E-sign API docs. The first thing we need to do is make sure that we are authorized with our Anvil API key. So if I go to my environments, I can see that, yes, I've put in an API key in the appropriate section. Now back at my collection, I need to include that environment, and that will apply the key to my entire Etch embedded environment. Now I need to look at the GraphQL setup. So this is a mutation for create Etch packet. As I said before, all of this information was already input here as it was forked from our API docs. The variables are me assigning particular values to certain things depending on the document that I'm using. In these variables, there's a few things that I want to make sure of. First is the style sheet. Because I want to include a custom style sheet for my signature process, I need to include this style sheet URL here. I can also include individual stylings that are different from what the style sheet is saying. The next thing I need to make sure of is my cast EID. You can get this from your Anvil account for any template that you've created. This is one that I created for just a simple NDA. Next, I need to ensure that all of my signers are set up correctly. So I have a signer, and then the fields are which pieces of information on the document I want filled out. Finally, I need to make sure that the signer type is set to embedded. This will allow me to embed the result of this mutation in any application that I wish to use. So now that all that is set up, I'm just going to run it here. And then this provides me with some information. The signer's EID and client user EID from my packet can be found in this response to my GraphQL mutation. I need them when generating the sign URL mutation because this is how I will actually get information for the next step, which is this generate etch sign URL here. So I can copy that into the client user EID there, copy the EID from here into this part here. And now when I run this, I've generated a custom URL for a signer. Now I can either command click and follow this link directly, which will bring me to its own unique signing page, or if I want, I can actually add this to a different application. So I'm now looking at a demo that I built out to use this signing URL. This is just a simple application that allows me to embed an iframe inside of it using the URL that I just created from Postman. So if I go back to there, you can actually see this application. And when I run it, voila, it has the iframe embedded with my custom styling. So this is not the default Anvil styling, which is normally a light green shade for most of these features. It is my own personal styling that I have made using that custom style sheet. So I can accept, I give consent, I start styling. You notice that this is already filled out with some information, as that is information that I put into the GraphQL variables. When I'm done signing, it even takes me to a page where I can download all of the documents to prove that I've signed everything and everything is in order. It even comes with the Anvil certificate.